what a sincerely spooky day it is. Halloween, of course, is today, while also aligning with day 300 of trying to get sponsored by Mountain Dew. 300 straight days of putting in full energy to tread water. Yeah, I've really despised each of these milestones. It's genuinely hurt and really brought out the pain and the pressure each time they've hit, especially since the last 50 days now. I've introduced the element of balls art, where I've got a lot of risk if I do not get sponsored by the Dew Doomsday deadline. And this brings up today's topic, which is self-sabotage and self-destruction, something that's honestly widespread through, I feel, all humans. And it's kind of the main factor that makes successful people successful, is if you can not self-sabotage. If you don't beat yourself, you're gonna do pretty good. And I've exercised this self-punishment a couple times as I've made mistakes with my language. That's happened twice thus far with the Wiplish punishments. I'd like to give you a reminder of how that works. If I ever say a word that I have already changed past the day that I made the change, then you are capable of calling me out and deciding to make me do whatever you want me to do. Of course, I have to agree on it, and I don't want you doing something that's gonna be really harmful to others. And the way that you exercise that is by going to the YouTube version video of where I made the mistake, dropping a comment there, and then we'll get a dialogue going and figure out what is gonna happen to me. And this word that's gonna be substituted for self-sabotage is Owndikik, because Owndikik is really like you're kicking your own dick, and that's basically all we got, but it seems like it's got a really good flow to it. It's a fun word to say. I think it's appropriate. I feel like I should probably give like a good example. I'm trying to think if there's anything that maybe turned me into an inmate because of the decisions I made and really put me up to get hurt because I said something, maybe like inmate, or I was gonna get turned into an inmate. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens now, right? And although this is a little bit of a form of Owndikik that I'm doing right now, I think it's important that I get you guys involved into the game. Growing up, I was kind of pelted with the thought that if you're ever gonna do something, a challenge, a competition, or just playing with someone, the goal is somewhat to just dominate so much that it's like not even worth playing the game. That was kind of the experience that was beat into me. When you do that, when you take that approach, you make it so it's not even worth playing the game, it's not very fun to play with you. And people are not going to want to continue to play the game, and it's not good for building connections. This series is about enjoyment, building connections, and not just being so good that you never lose. No one's been able to call me out on my language, which sure, that's cool, that's the goal, but we want to have fun here too. So you got a golden ticket opportunity. Let's see what you come up with. This might be a little rough. Oh, also, I'm gonna make it so self-sabotage is officially Owndikik. Self-destruction you can still say, but I think if you're talking about a person, it should be Owndikik. If it's self-destruction of like an object, that's fine. Oh, and another example of Owndikik that I'm doing, I'm gonna upload a video outside of this that is just the most likely words that I am to mess up on, because I know it's hard to keep track of 300 words. Trust me, I know. But I'll give you like 20 or so, maybe a little less, that would be really easy for me to slip up on, so you can potentially force me to do crazy shit. Alright, cool. Let's move to Whip's picks. Our song of the day is Self-Destruction by Diablo and Kill Station. Kill Station is how I'm aware of this song. He does the vocals for the most part, at least. I think I've only done one of his songs in Song of the Day, but he creates pretty depressing music overall that's got an abrasive but cool vocal style that's pretty appropriate for describing this song as well. It's a cool one, of course, themed around self-destruction. And Self-Destruction is a good song. I'm not going to give it the hugest endorsement ever because it's not one of my favorites. It's just kind of just on theme today. For the video of the day, I did a content cop from iDubbbz. It says it is on Jake Paul, but that is an M title because that is not who it is really on. It's actually about rice gum, and it's like a half hour long. I just kind of wanted to pick a content cop or just something from iDubbbz because I hadn't in a long time, and he's got so much great content. Plus, since I'm kind of getting busted today, it seemed like an appropriate thing to pick. And this video is just so well done. Great logical strains throughout. imaginative in between parts, and kind of a type of YouTuber that we don't see active very frequently anymore with iDubbbz. Kind of a different era of YouTube, one that I kind of prefer. Everything's turned to very mainstream, diluted stuff from most creators nowadays on YouTube, which is unfortunate. It kind of just got taken over, but that's where we're at. Hopefully I can burst through and switch it up. Yeah. Alright, that's it for the Daily Do. Peace out.